Glad to have you back. And now it's the morning segment on the show. It is hard to go wrong with a technology degree, according to a National Association of Colleges and Employers. Computer and Information Sciences is the major with the highest job offers and job acceptance rates, particularly with advanced degrees. Perhaps that's why a recent Career Builder survey revealed that from in the 2010s, the number of students completing science technology degrees grew to nearly or by nearly 50%. And the number of computer and information science students rose by almost one-third, making these two degrees among the fastest growing rates in the US. And now we'll be discussing the business and career opportunities in tech. Tech is what the world is talking about now. And joining us, we have a mechanical engineer and also a woman in tech, Daisy Ogbonnaya. Good morning, Daisy. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
it's an honor.
All right, Daisy. Now let's delve into tech, from mechanical engineering to tech. And the survey read now a lot of students or people are delving into technology. So I would like to ask you, what's that spice in technology that you think people are now beginning to see and want to be part of?
Everything about technology is amazing. Everything about technology is amazing. The time you spend giving to it, the money you get from it, the experience from it, everything about technology is amazing. And what you build, I remember trying to take a course online, and I was supposed to write this code, and all I needed to see was just failure, just failed code. And I was trying to put the code together. I was having issues getting it done. And I spoke to a friend. I'm like, all I'm looking for is just to see it failed. It didn't work. I'm not looking for it worked.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, I got to it, and I was at the library. I was at the e-library at UU, and the next thing that happened, I shouted, I've done it! There's this joy you get when you build something and you see people using it, and it's solving a problem. And tech is giving you the opportunity, or is giving us the opportunity to make that happen. So everything about tech is amazing.
Okay, let's talk about, the various opportunities therein. I mean, you've talked about virtually everything or everything being amazing, from the experience you get in terms of, getting something done to the money derived from it. Now, let's focus on the money. I like the money aspect, really. What are the business opportunities in tech for someone who just wants to delve into that line?
Okay, business opportunity in tech is mostly providing products and services to people. And if you look into tech, almost every industry, tech
cuts across.
Okay, I think she's going to
I think she was about saying tech cuts across every industry.
And then everybody needs tech from the market woman on the road. I think we had some persons talk about it, how social and all of these things, data analytics and all of those things. Okay, she's back. Daisy, are you back?
Hello?
Oh, okay.
I think the network is being friendly.
Yeah, very, very friendly.
But I understand, what she's saying when she says, it cuts across every industry. Yeah. Virtually every sector right now makes use of technology in one way or the other.
All right, please go on.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, being with us. You have the floor. Please shoot.
Okay, so now when you talk about the business in tech, Apple is making cool money from tech. And they are giving us gadgets, electronics. Samsung is making cool money. We also have Google. Google is a search engine of whatever you want to find. Now, let's bring it down to Nigeria. Let's bring it down to us. We have the fintech. We have the Flutterwave. The Flutterwave is making cool money. So if someone wants to dive into tech, you don't really need to have the coding aspect. You don't really need to be a technical person. You can be a product manager. I recently transitioned from data analyst and Python programmer to product management.
Okay.
But in the company, I was the technical product manager because of I had the technical skill. Now you can also come in as a product manager. You can also come in as the business success personnel, or you can just be the CEO. The CEO at Link, he doesn't know how to write code, but Link is doing well. No, you can bring in people, but what you need to do is you need to have an idea that can solve a problem.
Okay.
No, wow, an idea that can
Something,
solve a problem.
Yep.
Please go.
something that is specific to you, something that is specific to you. So I left Link and I'm with Penny Wallet. Now, the owner.
Okay, I think network is, being friendly again. She said something that was quite intriguing for me.
An idea that can
Product
solve a
management, that the transition she made. And I would really like to find out what she really means by
Yeah,
product
I was
management for those,
coming to that. Yeah.
for those who do not understand this whole tech thing, that people who it looks like it's rocket science.
For them, yeah.
So you would want to know what product management is, either in terms of digital services or products, among others. But I think when you look at tech as a whole, we have that, we can't run away from it. Right now, it's right there in our faces. It's right there
I
in
think
our
she's
lives.
back. Oh, Daisy, are you there? If you're there, please, you could just go on. Oh, well, it's just some technical. We're still talking about technical issues. Well, no, I think that's network issues rather than technical issues.
Connectivity.
Well,
really.
maybe if Daisy can hear us, I'm sure she will join us again. So, but then she mentioned you have to have an. You can, Daisy. Okay, please go on. You mentioned a couple of things. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned a couple of things that struck our attention. We were just talking about it before you joined again. You talk about product services. People do not know if you talk about product, anything could be a product, So could you please elaborate? I have a couple of questions relating to that. But firstly, could you please elaborate what you mean by
product
could be
management?
A product manager? And also, you talk about transitioning. Well, before I asked you what transitioning was like for you, let's just hear what you mean about when you talk about product management.
Okay, product management is like the second CEO of the product. Yes, you're being employed to check the product.
What product is that? That's the point. What's the product itself?
App. It can be an app. It can be an app. Now, when you're talking about app, when I talk about app, maybe a fintech, which is a bank, a financial institute app, or it can be a food app where people can just go online and order, or it could be something like Jumia.
Okay.
Yeah, something like Jumia.
Please,
and
sorry,
like
Daisy, if you don't mind, would you like you to call names of brands on the show, please? You just have to reduce that aspect. Thank you. So you could just go on without calling the names of these brands.
Okay, so you could have all those social apps. Now, for the product manager, what the product manager does is the product manager sits with the engineers, the marketing team. She or he is like the person connecting the customer and the engineers. Now you sit with them, you tell them, okay, this is what my customers want. This is what my customers doesn't want. My customer is having issues to log in. Why is it difficult for them to log in? Now they fix it at the back end. The product manager goes outside to the customers to find out what their challenges.
Oh, but again, that's quite
Okay,
interesting.
so apparently the product, the product manager is more like a middleman between, the final end, which is the consumers, and the production aspect of things in terms of the engineers,
or the company itself,
who are producing the products, either in terms of applications or what have you. I think that's quite understandable.
Okay, please, Daisy, go on.
Yes, the engineer and the customers outside. So now the CEO, yes, the CEO is there, but the person, I would really say the product manager makes the whole decision because it is good when you make decision and you also get the opinion of everybody around and come up with a proper decision to make, because no man is an island.
Yep.
So now the products managers are mostly I wouldn't say the most important, but I would say they are important because they relate with the back end and the front end, and they also relate with customers.
Okay, now you've explained this part, and I think there's a better understanding of it now. Now, talking about transition, you mentioned you had to transition from you mentioned Python, which I'm wondering,
Python programmer.
Python programmer to the product, yeah, product manager. So, what was transitioning
Yes.
like for you, and why did you have to transition from this to this? Was that a necessity, or it was just because you needed to advance your skill in tech?
In tech, I had the technical part of this tech, but I also want the non-tech part of tech.
That's a
So now
technical,
the
that's a
best,
non-tech.
yes, we have the technical, we have the non-tech. So now the best that fits my role is the product management. And I came in, even though I was trying to move to the non-tech, I still got a job that had to put me both between the non-tech and the tech. I was practically I was the technical product manager where I used the tech and also used the non-tech. So we in tech we have the non-tech aspect and we have the tech aspect. So that's where if you really don't have the flair to code, you can come in. So technology is really flexible and friendly for anyone that wants to come in, that wants to start their own company. But you have to give your audience something. You have to solve a problem. And we are having too many fintechs. But right now, you can come in because if you're looking for investors, investors will ask you, what are you doing differently from the other people? So you have to come in with something different, with a flair, so that your customers can migrate from the next app.
Wow.
Okay.
I transitioned. I just wanted to have that to
Network is not letting us do this. All right, but then I think I'm beginning to understand what she had mentioned the fact that she has even when she was trying to transition from the tech part of tech to the non-tech. I didn't even know they had the tech and the non-tech. She still had jobs in between. That means there are so many opportunities if you want to be in the non-tech part of tech and also the tech. So there are so many opportunities she had mentioned. I've picked out so many. Imagine Daisy, please, if you're there, you should just signal and continue what you were saying.
Yes, I am.
Oh, please go on.
So now, when it comes to opportunities, and you want to come in as a tech word, you can come in as a developer.
Okay.
You can come in as a front end or back end developer. Now, if you want to come in as a non-tech in tech, you can come in as a success story, customer success. You are coming as the product manager, but you're coming in as the general product manager and not the technical product manager. You can come in as so many things. So in tech world, there's lots and lots of opportunities. We have the cyber security, we have the data analyst. I was a data analyst for Ministry of Health in Uyo for 1 year. I did data analyst there for 1 year. And it's, for me, it's fun to write code. And also it's fun to just sit in the office and write papers. So tech world is fun in any ways you want to come in, both as a tech person or a non-tech person.
Okay, as a tech person, you said you could be a developer either at the back end or front end. Again, for those who do not have the understanding, can you please elucidate on that front end, back end developers? What does that entail?
Okay, now the front end is the people that stay behind to use their computer to write code.
Okay.
Yes, to build an app, build whatever they want to build, websites. Now we have the front end. The front end are the people that does the design, the user design, user experience. Yes, I tried doing that one of these days, and I just realized that it's not my calling. You have to learn colors. You have to know how to mix colors, put this together. But I can come and say, oh, I don't like this design. This design is terrible. Please, can you do something else? You need to be open-minded, or you need to have this, you need to sit down and be able to fix colors together for you to be a front-end developer,
Developer.
so that you can be able to put, you can be able to design something that when a potential customer sees it, they're like, wow, I like this book. Even us, when we want to buy books, oh, I like the design on this book. Okay, I'm buying this book.
Okay.
I don't know if it happens to everybody, it happens
Yep.
to me.
The aesthetics.
Yeah. You see it and you're like, wow, I want this. This is what I want. Before you even, that's the first attraction for people. So if you want to come in as a front end, so you have to be able to be creative.
Okay.
Yeah, it is needed for you to be creative. But back end, yeah, it's more stressful. I don't know which is more stressful, because I've never been a front end
Okay.
developer. I've always been the back end, and I know it is tiring. I've written a code for, I've been trying to solve a problem for 2 days,
Yep.
and I called a friend, and I think it took 5 boys to solve that problem.
Wow.
Yes, that is how it is. But it's the fun of it. Then at the end of the day, it's solved and everybody's clapping their hands, and you're like, wow. So we passed this stage, and you move on and you get to another stage and you're fixed. It's really exciting for me, because the challenges, I love something that is challenging. So if you are someone that wants to be challenged, wants to work more, because you continue to study. My first data analyst class I took was 2020, and 2021 I realized that there are new things, new technology, things are changing. I had to go register for new classes, but I have the certificate already.
Okay.
But the knowledge changes. Like it's not the same 2020 today.
Okay.
So if you are,
Okay. Wrap up your line of thoughts before I engage you on that.
now, if you want to come into it, you have to be ready to be a student always, to look for new things,
Okay.
materials.
I was just about, asking as we wrap up the conversation, the cost of, getting into the tech world, be it as a non-tech or, tech, especially for the tech guys who have to, always update their skills, learn, and all of that. What's the cost implication of, the continuous learning process?
When you are coming into tech, I don't think there are lots of platforms that are there with free courses for you. Lots of platforms that are there with free courses for you. All the cost is just your data.
Okay.
Now, when you have started working and you want to advance, or you want to become a Scrum master or something of that nature, you want to advance, you want to move from where you are to the managerial level, that is when you start paying. And I tried to get a Scrum Master certificate, and it was around, I think, 1.5 million.
Oh, okay.
In Naira now, just be specific.
Naira, yes. That was 2 months ago. That was 2 months ago.
We know the exchange rate has changed, though.
Okay, Daisy, thank you so much. We will not be able to take a lot more of what you have to dish out to us, but now we understand, and trust me, we appreciate you on the show. Thank you.